First SuperCoach lockout of 2026 is almost here, and we are back in the Lair, the Phantom, 5 names and Chief, to reveal our starting teams for a new season. Now, each of us, we don't know who's picked. We haven't shown each other our teams. We're going to do it live and go through it. Now, we are obviously recording before the teams are out. There might be some final rookie tweaks or bench picks. The Chief might make 15 changes from now.
He actually just said he's going to make changes as the show's on.
Unbelievable stuff. Now, in all sorts. Of course, go back and look at our opening round recap. All the players who must come in, who could go out, and the rookie situation, of course, is discussed on the Rookie Bible episode of the Phantom's Lair, which is coming out too. Let's get straight into it. I can go first because I'm set. I'm not changing mine until... I'm not changing mine, full stop.
All right.
It's going to be perfect. The rookie's going to be perfect. Here it is.
We'll get another punishment if you do change it now.
I'm copying and pasting it into the live doc that we've got going here that you guys are going to see for the first time.
Yep.
Here it is.
All right.
There. So my team for round 1 in SuperCoach, as I discussed on the main Lair, Naz is staying in at D1. He's the number 1 SuperCoach defender. Forget what happened on the weekend from round onwards. So he's staying in. Connor Rosie hasn't gone anywhere. He's at D2. Oof. And then that's where I've changed up. We know rookies dictate structures and value picks. And Lockie Blackston.
D3.
D3. Now that is a bit of a stretch, I know, but there's a lot of value I want to get in. Kitty Coleman I still like, D4. Sam Grill, the Tiger youngster, at D5. And Jai Sarong at D6, and you could put any of them on the field. Lockie Jacks on the bench, Josh Lindsay, each could fill that D6 spot in defence.
First impression there, Fant.
Jeez. You should see the rest of my team, though.
No, that's all right. I am trying to sort of hold off from looking too far down, but Blackiston at D3 surprises me. I've got to say that.
Blackiston at D3.
Well, Kirch is who I wanted there, but I needed money to go elsewhere. So that's
you know you could have made money.
What?
Don't have Naz.
Don't have Naz.
Yeah.
Give a revenge game against the D's.
If you did listen to the main show, Dossy wasn't so hot on Blackiston anymore all of a sudden for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, let's move on, Fant, to your midfield. We'll cut that part more, I'm sure.
The big part here, the big change here is no Bont. I'm still not against Bont, but just need some money. So I brought in Nick Dacos for the Bont, who comes in at M2. Zach Butters hasn't moved anyway. He's moved up to M1, hasn't moved in or out of the team all summer. Still got Finn Callahan and Will Ashcroft at M3 and M4. Back in their min, hope if you jump off. I think Finn Callahan will be a bit better for the run after that interrupted preseason. Haydn Young at M5. And then Harley Reid going nowhere. M6. The GOAT, 120, I said it. My shout for coffee if he doesn't score 120 on the weekend. If you want to come down for coffee, I'll shout anyone that wants to come down as well.
120.
Tanner Bruin comes in. Now, I've had to kick rookie off the field. Now, this is where it could change, but are we happy with the defence rookies? More so than the midfield? Maybe. So Tanner Bruin at M7, which leaves one on-field midfield rookie, Jagger Smith at M8.
Okay.
Dyson Sharp on the bench, 149K.
Now, you said you wouldn't make any changes to that. Does that include the bench rookies? Jack Carroll and Tom Blamiers?
Yep. Well,
Blamiers should play. But
99K. Jack Watkins too could come in, 99K Port rookie.
Yeah.
5 names tells us.
Fair enough.
Yes, the bench, we know the bench rookies could change depending on team selection.
I like the midfield.
On
the
Thursday
midfield
night.
Looks good.
Yeah, midfield, defence.
Glaring omission of another GOAT, Willem Dersma in there, but that's all right.
No, forget it. Now the rucks, this has been locked in for a while, as you guys know.
We do know that. Yeah.
Brody Grundy, R1, Lockie McAndrew, R2.
Yep.
Forget it. Set and forget.
Set and forget. Well, you lock it in McAndrew for the year. Set and forget.
Set and forget.
Throw away the key.
Until he's worth 400K. And we know, until he's worth 400K. And we know who the top rucks are. It's absolute, like I said, the no-brainer call of the SuperCoach year is McAndrew at R2.
All right.
No
brainer.
No way out either.
Yeah.
we need to see more from Liam Reedy, but forwards, Harry. Okay, now this is again a lot of not must-haves, but it's looking pretty similar. I think around the traps is why I wanted to keep a certain player in the mix here. So I've got Harry Sheasel F1, Christian Petrarca F2. I'm keeping Sam Darcy at F3, even after that 2 goals and 60-point score on the weekend. Backing in the preseason research, backing in my judgment about where he fits into the overall scores in SuperCoach. Sam Flanders F4, Teus Philippou F5, Leo Lombard F6. And that spot could be filled by Todd Marshall or Dev Robertson, who are also on the bench, which means I've pushed Connor Buderick to get him in with his 105 points score in his 3-round cycle into flex.
All right. 5 names, any thoughts?
Yeah,
can't fault it. He can't fault it. He's speechless.
Speechless.
The defense is very thin outside of
the top. Very thin.
Don't mind the midfield.
A heap of mid prices.
Yeah.
We got, these are all the guys in the, 2 to 400K bracket. Blackiston.
Yep.
Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
Reed.
Yep.
Bruin.
Yep.
Buderick.
Yep. So Bruin and Buderick are in. We've seen what they've done. They've got the score in the cycle. The roll's there. There's still risk in the other mid prices. I think there's less risk given what we've seen of those two. I don't want to go back on a Harley Reid. Backing him in. Could he get to 110?
No.
Maybe.
Sorry, you go.
No, I had Harley Reid, and then I got rid of him. As I think we said on the main show.
Right.
I think he's all right. West Coast are going to get absolutely thumped. You know, like
it's a bit too soon.
Yeah. What?
Petrarca might actually have 200 against. All right. I'm going to do. Hang on.
All right. Let's see.
I want to say one more thing on your team though, fan. Buy round. Have you looked into it much? Because I'm also looking
mid-season buys.
No, early buy rounds. So we got Naz, Coleman, Dacos, Callahan, Ashcroft, Grundy, Petrarca, Darcy, Flanders, Buderick, all in the first 3 rounds of the season.
Best 18 scoring buy rounds.
Okay.
You know, I've gone more down the who cares approach.
Yep.
A little bit. But that was part of the reason why Bont came out. So why Bont came out, because Trark came in, Christian Petrarca, so Bont came out.
Sure.
Share that same buy. Bit of a balance. Just picking guys who I think are going to either be the best mid-price stepping stones or the top scorers in their position.
Yep.
All right.
I'll stick to my first impression, I think.
Can't wait for yours too. Let's go 5 names.
I'm putting mine in now.
Naz, drum roll.
2.5 out of 10 there.
Yeah, Naz there.
Not bad.
Get the drum roll.
I changed around and I've brought Naz. No, I haven't. Has it come up?
Yes, it is here.
So I haven't.
Yep, go on.
Yep, first thing, I haven't gone Naz's. I haven't gone Naz, but I've gone his teammate. Yeah, today I made a couple of changes to my defense.
Is that a draft team? Jeez.
I've got so D1 is Jack Sinclair with his 143 in the bank. I'm going D2 Connor Rosie. He was my D1, but I think you have to have Connor Rosie. If you don't have Connor Rosie in your team, I think you have to change that. I did have I got rid of today McKercher and Bergman because they haven't played any preseason. So instead Archie Roberts, I'm still backing in for that breakout. He's going to be my D3. Because you can't have Blackiston as your D3. He's instead my D4. Still on the Caleb Windsor hype train. I think he's going to be good. I do want Trent Rivers somehow, but I can't do that at the moment. And then, just your rookies. I don't know who I'm going to play out of Saron, Lindsay, or Jouts on my field.
So you're going to bag my defense and then you're going to dish up that?
Yeah, I'm not having Lockie Blackiston at D3.
You don't have the second best player in the competition. And you've got the unproven Archie Roberts and Caleb Windsor as well. Not much better than mine.
You got Lockie Blackiston at D3.
Yeah.
You got Lockie Blackiston at D3.
Jeez.
What do you think Windsor, quickly, what do you reckon Windsor can push to?
Less than Kitty.
Oh,
wow.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't mind Archie Roberts D3.
Windsor's like, I mean, I'm getting
not sure
sucked into hype. I know. Yeah, like 90s. He just on 90s, hundreds.
No Sam Grill.
Say 90s max.
You'll go down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we go in the midfield.
Midfield, yep.
Yep. So I've got 3 big dogs, as I'm going to call it. Butters, Dacos, and Jordan. They've pretty much been constants throughout the whole preseason. I think Butters is going to be an absolute gun this year. Dacos still very underpriced, and Jordan. I did like Walsh, but I'm only going to go one of them. Then I've got a couple of my mid prices. They're in Young, Parrish. I think he's have to go on. I think he's that cheap. I go him, and then Tanner Bruin, who found his way into my team. Got Drill and Jagger as rooks on.
Yep.
Then I think they both can score well. Then I've got Dyson Sharp. I think Chase Jones is actually going to play for Crows. I don't know if he's going to score well, but at the moment I can't think of any better options. And then
it's a good balance. That's where I was, and a lot of people are as well. 2 rooks on the field. I'm pushing it to just 1, which I might go back on. But in terms of a structure there, 3 primos, Young and Parrish, your sort of real traditional mid prices. Then you've got your bargain and Bruin and 2 rookies. So I don't mind it.
I want it on the record. I think fading Willem Dersma is a huge mistake.
Chief.
Huge.
all right.
Yeah.
I just want it on the record.
Yeah, well, good. So do we.
It's on there.
Good. All right.
Huge.
So, fading him. Then Ruts, I'm going the guy who wasn't in Phantom's top 6.
Top 5.
Yeah.
T English, I think, is a bit underpriced still. So I'm hoping, I don't know if I'd like to have the Stones to punt Ruts, but T English, McAndrew. And then because there is that little bit of me that is worried that the Crows, first time McAndrew has a bad game, he could get dropped because they love, Rob and his leadership. So I brought in Duff Tyler today just to give me someone who's playing.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't like it. Sorry, I don't mind it.
Duff
I like
Tyler
it.
could also just, pop out of 30, but I think job security wise, at least he'll be a heartbeat there.
Yeah. This is on forwards. This is where it's going to get a little bit interesting. I think. I don't know. So I've got Cheese, obviously. Cheese, tried her lots. Flanders, so I'm staying with Dossy's boy. Then I've still got Murphy Reid.
Yes, no, we like it.
Still got Murphy Reid here.
We've all had him in over the past week or so.
The inferior Reid.
The inferior, yes. No, I've got Murphy Reid. Last week, I've had Rochelle all preseason. Last week, I brought in Reid just because I think Rochelle's going to have a good year, and I think he's going to get some more midfield time, but I think there's just way too many mouths to feed at the Crows now.
Yep, I think I do. I like Reid over Rochelle.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Brought in Butterick, so he's there. Philippou is my F6, which is kind of looks nice.
That's deep.
And then
it is deep.
Flex
Too deep?
at the moment is
maybe
Toby Green.
Good point, Chief. Now, I like the Toby Green backing him in, cool, 24 CBAs. That means he's got Leo Lombard, Dev Robertson on the bench.
I think you guys have talked about McAndrew and the necessity to play him kind of on field because he could be one of our best rookies of the season, and you don't want to leave cash on the bench like that. Could you not say the same about, I'd say maybe a Dev Rob? Add a push a Lombard, but Dev Rob certainly. And maybe a notable omission, by the way, no Todd Marshall for you, by the way. You've been
this is a real,
you've been all over him.
Got inside information, not telling anyone cool.
Todd Marshall hasn't even been my team. I've had him in my team. I think he could have. I just think I just can't fit him in. And Dev Rob's the one I wouldn't mind. I had him on my field. He's been on my field all year, but then to bring in Butterick, he's been pushed to the bench, but I don't really mind.
It feels like
we're just going too deep here, boys. We're just,
Okay.
In the forward line.
Yeah, but Toby Green's the one. I think, you know what? I'm going to back myself in here. He had the role. I think he's still going to be good. And if it isn't, I've been trying to get LDU in my team, but I just can't somehow.
Ben, any thoughts? You want to cut this apart?
He's talked a big game about his pods over the pre-season. He's kept Green. I like it, but he's just gone back. Bit safe. Bit cookie cutter here for 5 names. He talked a big game for someone that has their own segment.
Yeah, I didn't want it.
About unique names to follow.
Segment on me.
He's gone back to being safe. But I'm happy with Toby Green.
We've got Murphy Green in there.
Well done. Yeah. Yep. Like the mid-structure.
Don't mind that.
Defence, you should not be shooting down anyone else's defence with that. But overall, solid. But Now, that's what
Few
do you think? Because we need everyone's been waiting for is your team. So, what do you think first?
You less buy around players there.
I'm actually thinking of the buy. I mean, like that's why I haven't got Walsh, because Walsh and Dacos have the same buy.
Okay, so some thought at least has gone into five names team. Yep. No, I think that's not too bad. I'll give you slightly better review there. No, you've done well. 5 names. It looks all right. Okay.
All right, come on. Give us your team. We haven't now. Right. We actually haven't
I thought my team was bang average until I saw you guys. So I feel a bit better about it.
There
I feel
it
a
is.
bit better about it now.
Gee, this,
if I'm being honest. So.
Team name is called the opening round overreaction.
It's called Poor Old Dossy. I'm liking the squad.
What do we got? Talk us through it.
So, all right, Jack Sinclair, yes, he did come in for Naz after the tag affected game from Naz and the 140 from Sinclair. Sinclair was in my thought process, though, all along the way. I've got Whitfield at D2, and it was mainly due to looking at his upcoming schedule, seeing some of the game plans over the weekend as well from opening round, granted, but their upcoming schedule coming up against the likes of the Saints, Collingwood, there's a few, I think it's Richmond as well, all within the first 5 games. I think Whitfield could get me off to a huge start, and he's a keeper as well.
So why now? Why Lockie Whitfield's been doing this for how many years?
Yep. Well,
he just out of interest. Why now?
He turned up on the weekend, looked fine, but it's more just the schedule. Like, what if the Saints' game plan completely changed and that matchup wasn't going to be as juicy as it would have been? I just saw the Saints, and they're the same Saints that they always have been, just with different personnel. So I think same as Collingwood, like everyone's chasing these scores from a Sinclair. Whitfield's still to come up against these teams. So Josh Dacos just had a monster game against the Saints, and Sinclair back the other way. If I get Whitfield doing that against these two teams in the first month of the season, I'm off to a flyer, and he's a keeper. So Whitfield's in for me at the moment at D2. I've got McKercher and Rivers as my mid-price options. McKercher, you guys have lost the faith. I'm just back. If he's named, if he's playing, I'm backing him in. A guy that just goes hundreds for fun in the specific role that he's played. We just saw Blamiers get 100 in that role, and McKercher's stepping right back into it when he gets back in the team. Trent Rivers, I am backing. I'm holding the faith.
Yeah, nice.
I've always been high on this guy. He is my little pew-pew in this squad. Few in there. Then we've got the rookies. So Lindsay, Sarong on field at the moment, and I've got Jax and Selwood from Western Bulldogs on the bench. Any comments?
Yeah, well, the structure's good. I think.
The structure? Ooh.
2 on-field rookies, no Blackiston, no Kitty, like that in between.
We've dumped those guys.
I'm not a massive Trent Rivers fan, so I think there's better options there. But
there's a way out though too. I can go down if Blackiston brains it. I can just dump one of those guys for him. So I like the fact I can go down rather than having to go up.
So where's Connor Rosie? No Connor Rosie.
Rosie's in the squad.
Okay.
He's in the midfield.
Yeah.
Let's get to the midfield. Zach Butters, same as everyone, M1 for me. I've got Noah Anderson at M2, which is another funny one because him and Whitfield only got a flat ton on the weekend.
Dossy's just wants guys that's 105 or less.
Yeah.
Nah.
Dossy mediocrity.
Hard tag from start to finish for Noah Anderson. Kicked 1 goal for, got 100. I mean, we could just as easily see him be the Petrarca and get 170 the next 2 weeks against West Coast and Richmond. I've got him in there as a captain option. Think he's a top-end midfielder. And if he's not early buy, I'm just going to dump him and get someone else. Then there's Rosie in at M3, who I can swing back if a McKercher fails, if a Rivers fails. I can just swing him back easily, get him out of there. Or if one of these rookies just is no good, I can put him back there. Then it's mid-price madness. I've got Haydn Young, Harley Reid, Darcy Parish. Into the must-have rookie of the year, Willem Dersma and Jagger Smith on field. I've got Dyson Sharp, Chase Jones backing in 5 names, call on that one, and Blamier. So I don't love the rookies, and I am missing a very, very popular rookie in Sam Grill, who I think will be good. So I might need to find some money for him at some point. But how do you like the midfield?
Well, the Connor Rosie thing
no
stands
big
out.
name,
So
apart from Butters.
So many great midfield premiums at 550k plus. And you're using a spot on Connor Rosie. Now, we know he's a must-have in terms of on defence, but why aren't you picking him there?
Well, I believe, and this I could be completely wrong on this, I'm fully aware of that, but I believe McKercher and Rivers are 2 guys that could be top-line defenders, 100 plus this season. That is what I believe based on my thoughts, based on my gut feel, mainly for Rivers, data more for McKercher. They're two guys that I think could really lift their game to the next level, and I'd rather have them in the squad than some of the midfielders. I don't see any midfielders in that bracket. I see more midfielders in the 300 bracket that can kind of push that value. Who's in that bracket that you could be confident in going to that sort of similar jump?
The 400 player.
Yeah.
I'd find the cash. Rosie back to D.
I think
Rosie D3.
I think there's an
D4.
easy fix for this thing, and I reckon it's in the next
needs
line.
major surgery.
No. No, do you know what? I'm ready with Dossy. This isn't as bad as I thought. This is going to be absolutely like
I think
weird ads.
the
but
big
it's pretty
difference
weird.
comes next, though. Because
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's where.
That's what I'm saying. This is where
Absolute no-brainer. I
this
agree.
is where you just absolutely change. Yeah, change.
Take us through your rucks 4
all
or 5
right, I've
minutes.
gone Luke
Tears it apart.
Luke Jackson, my man, backing him in.
Oh my
I've
goodness.
had the faith all pre-season. Lost a bit of faith due
Jeez.
to Timu Bevo, a.k.a. Justin
So
Lanier.
you
$1.21 million you're spending in the ruck.
So you watched that the game against the Troyes where they went, oh yeah, Darcy's a plane, and they used Mason Cox, and you went
All ado about nothing.
and you
I
went,
think.
oh, I like this.
Look, I'm fading a Sherry type. I'm picking up guys that can get possessions around the ground. Jackson can do that. English can do that. We've seen English now, back-to-back games. Yes, one was a
But
practice match.
why-
Go 140, then 117. Jackson, if he plays ruck or maybe midfield forward, can get those numbers. I am worried about Jackson. There's no doubt about it.
Why
I'm
don't
still backing
yeah.
him in. I want to back in, and he's also no early buys. Don't have to worry about that. I think he's at worst going to drop a couple of points. I don't think he's not going to be a terrible pick.
Okay, all right, Dossy. Why don't you then get rid of Jackson, put McAndrew as R2, and you have somebody's flex. Put Rosie as your flex, and then you have a 600k midfielder.
Oh, yeah, I agree. That is.
Look, it might happen.
If you're giving away 1.2 in the ruck, we're going out for lunch now.
okay.
You're buying because you've obviously got a lot of money to give away.
Well, McAndrew's in at flex, as if you didn't know already. So he's going to be. He's still on field. There's no issue with him being on field. It's more, I want an escape plan. You guys don't have a parachute. You guys are going to have to burn
we got nothing to
your
escape
team
from.
apart. You guys are going to have to burn your team apart to fix it. I am not. I've got.
At least our
two.
team's together.
You said
To start with.
You said set and forget. I've got the set and forget right there.
Oh,
So
okay. Take us through the
that's where we're
forward line
at.
then.
Yeah.
Forward line,
Pretty
Harry
boring.
Sheasel.
Yep.
Pretty cookie cutter forward line. So Harry Sheasel, Christian Petrarca, who actually wasn't in my team until opening round. So saved by the opening round.
Who
race
was
there.
in instead of him?
I just think I was
Perth?
running a bit. I was batting a bit like just not that deep in
Yeah.
the forward line. I was putting more rookies on field. Like Todd Marshall might have been on field at that time. Obviously, Connor Butterick wasn't in there as well. So I've got Sheasel, Petrarca, Flanders, Butterick, Philippo, and Dev Robertson on field. And then I've got Todd Marshall, who I think could be an on-field option on my bench, and Leo Lombard there as well with, as I mentioned, Lockie McAndrew in the flex. So sounds like Dossy got the best review taken out of
By the guy who's got the
everyone.
control panel.
solid squad.
Oh, God.
Dossy.
You don't go. I don't think you go in with 2 premier rucks. I think you
Oh,
cave.
no.
I think you cave in.
I'm doing it. I think I'm doing it. I'm so worried about Jackson's role.
See, he's going to do it right now. Can you check? Can you call up your team now? Have you
Also
changed it
pl-
since the screenshot?
I haven't.
Oh,
But it is the least amount of changes I've made in 5 minutes this whole preseason.
All right. Well,
All
there you go. 3 team reveals here in the Lair. 3 different teams, some different strategies, some different pods. Hopefully, you can take a lot out of those teams. And don't know about Chiefs over there. Just 5 names, and I reckon on the right track.
I'm worried about some of the rooks. I will say that. I think we might need to adjust to get some more job security now. Chase Joneses of the world.
Yeah.
Well, the way you can save
At
money.
least
Chief.
at least don't do good job security. I just don't know who's going to store that well.
Yeah.
But again, plenty of content to come, and the benches will change probably as team selection
No, you
drops
can't
on
change yours at all.
Thursday night. I'm not changing my on-field team; it's set in stone.
That's not what you said.
I'm looking forward to it. We've made it. Teams are all but in. Big pre-season.
Huge.
Time for talk from the Chief is over, and for the rest of us, it's game on. Let's go.
Let's go.